Here's a Kenmore dryer that's got some issues. Let's just have a listen. I bought a kit some time ago that has this tensioner thing. It's got some pulleys and I also have a belt. So let's see if this will be able to fix this problem. So the first thing I'm going to do is to get inside this and take out the screen. Just take out these. Push this in here someplace and it just pops this open. Magic. And push that one in there, just like that. By the way, this is a gas dryer, but it's got electric, so I should pull the plug out. Now, unfortunately, this washer is hitting something over there, so I'm going to try and pull this back. Now, I just pull this back, and this will lift up like that. Now, the next step is I'm going to be going in here and taking these screws out to take the front cover off. To save a little time, I'm using a drill here. This is actually an 8mm socket. Same thing. Okay, right here, there's an electrical connection. I'm going to remove that. This is how this one looks, and looks like there's a little thing there that you need to push to be able to get this apart. All right, so let's try this. I'm just going to put a blade behind that and see if that'll just wiggle out. Like this. Okay, that's separated, and this should come off. All right, and then the drum has dropped down because it's no longer being supported. You just lift this out, it comes out like that. I need to release the tensioner underneath. The idea here is to get this belt off the tensioner. It goes around the tensioner and it hooks around this this pulley here, the drive motor. Pull that like that. Let's see if we can just pull that thing off. Okie dokie, that's how you do it. Looks like the tensioner ended up over here. We're going to put another one on. Okay, so drum roll please. Let's see if this works. Actually, we don't want this to roll, do we? We just want this to come out. Oh, it lifted up. Lifted up. And let's see. Let's push that. I think I've found the problem. See this? That's not supposed to be like that. Here's another one. That's actually not bad. Let's see if we can get that one out. But before that, first thing I'm going to do is get the shop vac and clean this, clean up the insides here. This is disgusting. So to get access to this pulley, I'm going to remove this heat shield that goes over this combustion tube over here. But that's, I thought that was set to drill. It was. Okay. Okay, try again. Okay, one more time. There we go. And this should come. Okay, this has a tab that goes into the back there. So looks like to remove this arm which is holding this, just take off another screw there. How does that work? Okay, looks like there's a clip on there. Need to remove that. Okay, so I'm just kind of pulling on it with this part. If we tack it from different sides, maybe that's going to help. Certainly is coming off now. All that trouble just for that. Okay, and this just comes off like that. And now we have access to this triangle nylon washer thing. Okay, now I don't see that being such a big problem. If I just put a little, get underneath it like that, why wouldn't that just come off? Why wouldn't it? All right, let's just do this. Pull that out. What's so hard about that? Okay, so that's off. How about this? Just a bearing material, and it's worn out. So next question is this shaft still going to be okay? I hope it is. I'm going to clean it up, and we'll try the new roller on there. This is some 600 grit emery paper. I'm just going to go over that a little bit, see if we can clean this up. The shaft doesn't feel bad. So in this kit we get 2 pulleys and those little triangular washers, 4 of them looks like, and 2 of these other metal clips. So let's see first of all if this is going to fit. Doesn't seem that bad. So now what I noticed over here, this pulley doesn't seem that bad. What I notice is it looks like somebody put some grease on there, and it still seems to be doing a good job. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to use some brake grease and put some brake grease on here. I've got 2 of these triangle things to go in the grooves. Let's see if I can get those on. Get it past the first one. I don't think you need to be too soft with these. I don't think they're going to get destroyed. If you push on the triangles, okay, get that one over there. Come on, come on, come on. Be nice, be nice. All right. If you've got fingernails or thumbnails, it should slide right over there, shouldn't it? Okay, that's on there. Just going to try putting a little bit of this grease on here. Now, if that hadn't been done on the other one, I may not have tried this because I may have been afraid that it was going to get dirt in it. Triangle washers on, which should just push over there like that. And then I'll get the bracket back on, which, how does this go? That L part should go down below. And this one goes on here. And then the screw is going to go there. Okay, so they give you a couple of those right here. There's one. So I'm just going to push that on. Right, and then push this up with the socket. Hold everything together. Now, I just discovered an interesting thing here. I wasn't going to change this one, but you know what I've noticed is that it only has one of these triangle washers on it. Okay, so what I discovered is that actually it does have a groove. It looks like this has some latitude. You know, when you put these things on, this particular wheel is allowed to travel in and out. That's probably by design. So obviously, because the groove is back there and the other groove is over here. Let's get that on there. That's got to go. So again, if you got thumbnails, this is really helpful. There we go. Put that back there, and I'm going to do this brake grease thing again. It seems like they put that on from the factory. Slide that on the other triangle, which just pushes over like that. And then this does not have any kind of bracket. Now, one very important thing to not forget is to put the heat shield back, or that could be causing some problems. So this has to go there like that, looks like. And it looks like there's more holes than were originally used, but it only had 2 screws in. 2 screws are going back. One there, one right here. Okay, just that should do it. So now I'm going to put the drum in, and then the next thing will be to figure out how to put this tensioner back in. This is the one that came out, and actually, to me, it doesn't look that bad. I feel like it didn't really need to be replaced, but since there is a new one, and this is clean, I'm going to put this one in. And I also have a brand new belt. I'm going to put this around the drum. And here's the mark where the old one was, and it's got the ribs on that side, so that's the way it's supposed to go. So I'm going to make sure that's that way, and then I'm going to lift it up using the new belt and put this drum back in. And now I'm just going to check. Here's the bottom pulley. Right there is the other pulley, and I just pull that forward because it was like that, and that I think should be sitting in this groove. This also has to go over here. All right, so it seems like it's sitting on those pulleys. So I'm going to see if I can get down underneath, and we'll see what the story is. So this is where it's good to take pictures of things that you do. And when you take stuff apart, you have to remember that it's got to go back together again. So as I was looking at the video I took earlier, it looks like this has to go like this. Push that in. Okay, so there we go. That's going in there. This has to go into, if you can see what's going on there. I got that one stuck in there, and they're like two forks are gonna go into that hole. And just put a little bit of pressure on. There we go. So that's in position. So now this, I can put some pressure on this right now. If I make this a little loop like that, it seems like that, except it's got to be not all twisted up. So I'm going to try that. Let's try that. So I push it through here, thread it through this, and then this is going to be where we get that over the spindle of that motor. Let's try that. Come on, just there we go. So that seems to be this side. It's okay. I can feel this. This seems like it might be twisted. So now I had something under here to support the drum. I took it out now. So what I'm going to do is this is going to have to find its position on the drum. You know. So I'm just going to turn this a little bit. Now the belt here is probably a bit too much toward the front of the dryer, so it's going to have to get centered a little bit. It's spinning on the pulley over there, and you can see this one too. And over there. So things are looking good. I'm going to put this underneath the drum again, just to get ready for the next step, which will be putting the front back on. So now I did take the opportunity of cleaning out this thing, and I also noticed that I think this felt washer thing needs to be replaced. For now, I think this will be just fine. I'm going to be taking out my support for the drum, so I guess I've got to hold this and then put this back on. The drum has actually got stuck on this side panel here, so that's a good thing because now I don't have to bother trying to hold that in position. There is a lip. There's a lip on the bottom, and I'm just going to try pull that up to where it goes to there. And let's see if I can get. So perhaps the first thing I need to do is to get this lined up with the drum, and then see if I can pull this up. Let's try that. And with a bit of luck, it might be done on both sides. And then what's going on inside here is it looks like Just need to get that in the right position. Right, now it's going in place, it looks like. So now what I'll be doing again is putting the screws back on the inside. Okay. There we go. I'm going to connect these two back up and put the lid on. And I'm just going to pull this down right there, like that. Then the last thing would be to put some screws over here. There we go. I haven't tried this yet. It's a whole lot better than it was.